We live? We live? Am I live? I'm live. Yeah. Oh, what? See it pop up in this bitch. I know y'all watching the draft come over there. I seen what I need to see. I'm gonna catch up on the other picks as later on tonight. Y'all come on in. I ain't gonna be up here long. Catch me when you can, or don't catch me at all. Mob around. Daniel, what's going on? Are you watching the draft? That number 2, that I did not see that. I know a lot of people didn't see that coming. I'm like, what Cleveland got up their sleeves to give up the number 2 pick? But they need a lot of help, so they probably, I don't know what they actually got, but I just assume, whenever you trade the number 2 pick, that means your needs are more than, just one player. So. But in other news, I know people I seen my post. Look, because I make a post, I don't want people to just assume that I'm particularly talking about something, because the post was in a general sense. And if you feel like I may have said something directed toward you with that post, well, then you might want to go take a sensitivity class and get out your feelings, because like I told y'all before, I gives a fuck about your feelings. This ain't a feeling page. Okay? This ain't a feeling page. I don't do this for feelings. You want to care about feelings? Go to church. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your mama. You know what I'm saying? If grandmammy is still alive, talk to her. But I have a feeling grandmammy might not give a fuck about feelings either. Just saying. But I'm definitely gonna be doing a live on that soon. And yeah, because I see a lot of people putting this situation into like a nutshell. And it's not in a nutshell, people. You have to understand, and I'm not gonna get into it now, but I'm just giving you a little kind of where I'm going with this live when I do it. Because it's gonna be on the Blackout episode. When you have a town, a city like Frisco, Texas, and the history in Frisco, Texas, then when you're dealing with situations like what we're dealing with, you can't put it in a nutshell. You can't do it. And I know a lot of people want to try to not make this about race or this, that, or third, but there's a lot of reports that kind of went away that are not being spoken about, that were spoken out at the beginning, but now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, these type of things happen in these racist towns and cities. It happens. And I know people out there may not want to make it about race. Don't tell me that. You go tell them that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come on my post telling me that I don't need to make it about race when I have not made it about race. Society has made things about race. Frisco, Texas is about race. So don't come tell me not to make it about race, because I'm not the one that made it. And until people understand that and comprehend that, the last thing you ever want to tell a black person, I don't give a damn if you're white or you're another black person, don't tell me not to make it about race. Because I guarantee you, you have not gone through any racial issues like I have or any one of my brothers have. When you haven't dealt with it, don't come and tell the ones that have dealt with it, don't do it. Because it's easy to sit on the sidelines and say, well, you know, it could be about race. This is simply about, and you know what? That would be fine and dandy. I would be happy for it to just be about the act itself. The problem is, that's not what they're going to make it about. So, like I said, don't come tell me. You go tell them. Wait, hold on for a second, y'all. All right, all right, okay, okay. So, me, I present what should be looked at. But I'll be damned. I'll be damned. You know. You know. Now look, I'll be one of the first people to come out and say, if it's not about race, don't make it about race. I'm one of the first ones to come out and say that, because I know how people like to take the race card and they like to play with it. You know, they like to make it more than what it actually is. You know what I'm saying? So, therefore, I don't need to make it about race. Once again, you know, and to be honest with you, when I first heard about it, I didn't know where it happened at, what state, city, or none of that. I just heard about the stabbing. You know, a teenage boy got stabbed by another teenage boy. I didn't even know what the color was. And even when I found out the color spectrum, I still didn't even go there. But then when I started hearing the reports about the brother's history and how there's been incidents involving race with the brother that got killed. So don't tell me it's not about race. When this dude clearly has he had a racist bone in his body. But I know that's what you like to do. You like to not make it about race, so you ain't got to deal with the uncomfortable conversation. That's what a lot of you people do. You don't want to deal with the uncomfortable conversation, so it's not about race. Don't always make it about race. Go tell the Hodge twins, don't make it about race. And they'll agree up and down with you. The twin coons. The twin, let's see, how can I splice that two together? The twooms. They the twooms. The twooms. Sound like tombs. The twooms. Twins and coon put together. The twooms. Shit, funny. Shit is funny. You know. It's just hilarious. It's hilarious that when you got that white motherfucker, body your sit your ass say, want to sit here and tell the black guy that's actually been through it, know the history of that town, and all the backdoor shit that goes on in that town, but I'm not supposed to make it. Look, I ain't trying to hear it. They ain't putting my shit in the algorithm. So this is what I do. I'm going to hit end.